Okay, I'm ready whenever you.
Okay, click right now.
Yeah, it's actually recording already.
Welcome everybody to WGTB's first annual Top 7 Flag Football Countdown. We've never done this before. We're doing something brand new for the 850. So let's get it started. 1 through 7. These are the top flag football teams in Tallahassee, as we all know and love. And we've had coaches vote on this from the 7 teams. One of them abstained, he didn't vote. But we did have 2 people who have formed their very own or carried on their very own flag football tournaments here in Tallahassee. I'm your host, Theo Butler, and this is the WGTB Top 7 Countdown brought to you by Butler Dynasty, where serving innovations is a specialty. All right. Normally when they start the countdown off is they start with the bottom team and they work their way up. But we already know who the top number one team is, so we're going to start it off that way, and we'll leave a little drama in between. So, starting off, the top ranked team in Tallahassee is none other than Black Magic. This team, you want to talk about dominating sports? This team has been dominating the flag football scene in Tallahassee for the past 2 decades. I really want to say out of 20 years, they probably lost, maybe 3, 4 championships that they haven't won. But other than that, this team is dominant. They returned Derek Fulson, a.k.a. Red, at the throwback, Ben Gant at the quarterback spot, and they held down by such returning veterans as Jay Young, Shamar, and C.J. Watkins. Yes, this team is dominant. We should expect for them to finish ranked number 1 again, right? They're number 1. Who has to be number 2? They were consensus number 1. This other team, except for 1 vote, was the consensus number 2 team. And that team is Ameriprise. That's right. Ameriprise held down by their quarterback, Rick. Rick, who has been quarterbacking this team for quite some time. About 6'2", goes from 0 to 60 first step just as fast as the last step. This man has wheels, and he is the thing that makes the machine go for Ameriprise. They also have Kenny Miller and his brother AC coming back. They help make this team quite explosive. Will they finish the season ranked number 2? Who knows? We got a lot of teams that have some say-so in that. So without further ado, let's turn it over to our 3rd team. Not quite unanimous, but the 3rd place team is Rambler. This team has been grinding for the past 6 years to get where they wanted to be, which is to be a competitive team. They have Josh. While Josh doesn't have necessarily the strongest arm, he plays to his strength. They also have E coming back at throwback, who will line up at the slot receiver position and is a danger once he gets out in the open field. So look for this team to compete for Rambler. Look for Ramrod to compete for one of these top 2 spots right here. Will they get it? They weren't quite the number 3 unanimous decision, because we had these votes going out to Shake and Bake. Shake and Bake just went up to League 1 about 3-4 years ago, and these guys have been competitive both during the fall season as well as the spring season as well, and they just competed in a tournament in Destin sponsored by BP Flag. Buck, Telly Buckles, I see you. Shout out to you and everything like that. They also competed in Marcus Dupree's tournament over there at Rickers. This team, quarterback play, throwback play, defensively, they run a cover 3, which is pretty stout. I look for this team to do some big things later on this year. Will they be in the 4th place spot, or will they finally be able to challenge Black Magic for the number 1 spot? Who knows? We're going to see. They might have some new people coming back as well. Number 5 is Real Talk, put together by your man Dwayne Strong. Him, K Ford, they hold together the nucleus. Also, hold together the nucleus of this team. Shake and Bake Real Talk has been up and down this board, never quite playing for the City League Championship, but always hovering somewhere between the 3rd and 5th place spot. Maybe this year they'll crack the top 2 and be up there. It's going to be a good season. They come back this year. They've added some key elements. They picked up KP, who last year played for Ameriprise. He's returning to Real Talk. So we're going to see what these guys going to do. Our 6th place team, which is my favorite team, by the way, is the Wolfpack. This team has been down for the past 2-3 years. They used to challenge Black Magic, I want to say about 4 years ago, for the top spot. They fell on hard years, not necessarily. They haven't had a quarterback. The defense has been leaking in the secondary. They've been allowing teams to score on them at will. They haven't been scoring. They've been turning the ball over. What makes this year such a rebuilding year for this team, or such a outbreak year for this team? They picked up Dre during the offseason, who's going to go to quarterback. Also, we're looking at continuous play from Dwayne Purefoy, who arguably is the best center. You know what? Scratch arguably. He's unanimously the best center in flag football when it comes to playing in Tallahassee. So we're going to see if this team can get back up to here. They've never been here, but this looks like a breakout year for this particular team right here. And rounding out our top 7, they're moving up to League One this year. No fly zone, ran by Marcus Dupree. These guys feel like they should be ranked somewhere up here, but when you've never played in League One and you just went to a tournament in Destin where you had 3 teams combined to 1, 3-4 teams combined as one, and you lost to a Tallahassee team, that doesn't bode too well. But that doesn't mean that these guys can't jump all the way up to the number 1 ranking. This is where we're looking at. If you're watching this and your team is going to be playing in League One and you don't see your team up here, that's because you haven't notified me. Notify me, Theo. You see me on Facebook and everything like that. WGTB Boot City Radio. This is our top 7. Like I said, once again, sponsored by Butler Dynasty, where we're serving up innovations one idea at a time. You need to come check this out. Flag football season starts September 12th, the week of September 12th. Be there. We're looking at doing some big things this season. I'm your host, once again, Theo. We're going to update these rankings as the season goes along. Make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you look out for it. And we look forward to having a wonderful season. That's my time. I'm out. Peace.